Hi guys, Emily here from Conscious Boss, and today I have with me my good friend Poppy Salter, who's going to be talking to us a little bit about the benefits of yoga. So Poppy is actually a yoga teacher, and so I'm just going to ask her a few questions about her yoga practice and how you can implement that into your life to get some benefits. So Poppy, do you want to just tell us a little bit about how you found yoga?
Yeah, I did it first with my mum when I was 14 in a freezing cold hall in the middle of Wiltshire in England, and I spent a lot of the time laughing. It wasn't until I was 21 that I really found a huge passion and love for it, and it was when I met Power Living and Duncan Peak in Australia, and I just decided I really wanted to teach their sequence, and
Great.
so I did.
Cool. Okay, so you've now been a yoga teacher for how long?
So it's coming up 2 years now.
Great.
As soon as I graduated, I moved to Mount Maunganui and then started teaching for free on the beach, built up enough confidence to then move to Auckland and then start teaching in studios.
Cool, that's great. And so what has been some of the benefits that your yoga practice has given you, not just for your body, but also for your life, so from off the mat into real life?
So my main struggle was trying to be cool all the
Right.
time. I always wanted to be cool and fit in and look a certain way.
Yep.
And yoga really taught me that it's not about that at all.
Wow.
Like your body is totally different to the person next to you. It doesn't mean it's any better or worse if you can or can't do a pose. Every time I'd fall out of something, I used to kind of beat myself up a little bit, and then you teach yourself that it doesn't matter if you fall out. It's okay. It's part of growing. It's part of developing. Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, that's such an amazing lesson for girls and women and everyone really about that comparison and really, honouring your own body and your own stage in your own life and not looking outside of that to where you stack up. So I love that. And what would be some of the ways, or I guess a couple of tips that you could tell to someone who hasn't really tried yoga but has intrigued them and they're possibly looking at starting a yoga practice? What is a couple of tips you could maybe give to them?
For somebody looking to start a yoga practice, just do it.
Right.
Just find a yoga studio, probably not a gym.
Yep.
And delve right in. A lot of studios have introductory offers.
Yep.
And just play around with it.
Yep.
And then from there you'll find maybe it's not for you, and you'll find something else that you like doing. But just give it a go.
Cool. And I know that you mentioned to me before, so I just will bring it up, about the importance of a studio practice. So is that something that's quite important for someone who's starting to really start with a teacher in a studio to make sure that they're getting the right teaching? Is that something you would say?
Yeah, definitely. I think it is well worth the money for a studio class. Yeah. A, because you get the teacher in front of you. B, because you have other people around you kind of coaxing you on, and it's that community feeling. It's feeling part of something, and developing a community around a yoga studio is such a wonderful thing to do. Yeah. And you don't get the same thing when you're on your mat in your bedroom. Yeah. It's really hard to find the motivation to hold plank for an extra second when you're the only one doing it. My practice at home is non-existent, which is something I really need to work on. But I love practicing in the studio. Yeah.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, that's something definitely true in my practice, which is relatively new, but I get so much more out of my body and also my mindset when I'm in that group setting with people that are, pushing their bodies and honouring their bodies and creating that space which is very much anchored around love and community and, honouring of other people as well. So I think that's when you're in the studio practice when you actually get a lot more of those fringe benefits of the practice, that mindfulness, that love, that community. So yeah, I love that you say that. Awesome. Well, that's just a really cool little introduction to yoga. I really wanted them to hear that. So thanks for your time.
Oh, thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Peace out, Conscious Boss.